world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and like many of you, I'm excited to see any new Star Wars film that's produced. The next anthology film has been announced, and I'm excited about it, if only because when I was growing up, I played this character, Han Solo. Okay, he's a good character, a character that I think a lot of Star Wars fans would know and might want to know the backstory for. Everything that happened in the original trilogy was really focused on Luke Skywalker's story, and then of course in the prequels it was Anakin Skywalker's story, the Skywalker story. It's nice to see Han Solo possibly get a bit more depth, of course beyond the depth that we've seen in some of the Star Wars comics being produced by Marvel as a part of canon, which are nice, don't get me wrong. I should be sipping on Carillion wine as I trip through this. So my reaction wasn't overjoyed. As much as I played the character when I was a kid, it was an accessible character, and I had, white t-shirts and vests, and they were easy to wear, and you got a little blaster, and you were Han Solo. I just liked his character, his demeanor. I really liked Han Solo. He's a rogue. And he did shoot first. I am absolutely positive, confident. You could not convince me otherwise. And knowing that the directors who are going to be working on this film worked on the Lego Movie, and I really liked the Lego Movie, not just because I'm an adult fan of Lego, because it was generally a good movie. It was very well done. Gives me hope that it's going to be a good movie. And of course, knowing how Disney's treating the franchise, the more I see them do, the happier I am, or the more comfortable that I am with Disney managing the Star Wars universe of the galaxy. Plus, Kasdan's involved. And this is something that I think could work well. I think I'm not into any spoilers or, any kind of rumor mongering. I'm not into that at all. But I'd imagine this might be a way for Han Solo to, just gain a bit more depth in character so that when we see him in A New Hope, so long as there's really no continuity issues, and I would hope not, the interesting part of this may very well be the interplay with Solo and Boba Fett. Like, how did that animosity begin? Or if it did begin. So I'd imagine, some fans are probably going to be seeing Boba Fett in a way that otherwise they wouldn't necessarily see. And I think it makes sense for Han Solo to be the focus of the anthology, at least at this stage. And that's not to say that I wouldn't want a Boba Fett spinoff, and I suppose if you're a Mandalorian fan, then you would have loved that. But I just have a feeling that to get more perspective on Han Solo as a character, by the time we see him in A New Hope, we really need, more backstory, so that when Boba Fett takes him away, there's that, instead of just being a hired bounty hunter, there's a sense of vengeance or revenge. Possibly. That's a guess. Complete guess here. But of course, what we're seeing, being played out in the Star Wars comics as a part of canon, I think it's going to help make the character that more of a rogue, or at least to understand how Han Solo got to that place. And I'm glad it was Han Solo. It would have been very disappointing to see Luke Skywalker. Not because I don't like Luke as a character, it's just, like I said, the original trilogy was pretty much about Luke. And we've already seen a lot about the Skywalkers. I'd like to learn about the, other people in the galaxy far, far away, and other aliens and creatures and whatnots. My reaction to it is positive. I'm all for it. I don't really have feelings one way or another. I walk into anything, even with Star Wars, with an open mind, willing to suspend disbelief and just kind of accept it for what it is and just have fun with it. My battery just died, so that's a sign that I need to shut up and leave you to your own devices.